This is Darren Orff with Popular Mechanics.
This is Anthony Viducci for Popular Mechanics.
And we are here once again to talk about some of the stuff that happened this week in technology. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start about the big stuff. Like, maybe you might even be sick of it at this point, but it's kind of like impossible not to mention. So Facebook buys WhatsApp for $19 billion with a B.
Just a few dollars.
Just a few dollars.
19 billion.
Well, to put that in context, they bought Instagram for $1 billion in 2012. So that's pretty impressive.
Billion. I think Google offered them 10.
Yeah.
And they helped out for the extra 9 because they were worth that much more.
Right. But for context, so what WhatsApp basically is a messaging service that you basically sign up. All it takes is your phone number.
And it's worldwide.
Yeah, and it's basically it's basically SMS without your carrier.
Right. And what does it cost?
Well, okay, so you can sign up for free for one entire year, and then it costs you a year. It costs you $1 a year after that, and every year after that. So it's interesting. They've been around for 4 years. They have 415 million users, which actually is a better growth than Facebook had itself.
Sure.
And what's interesting is obviously 450 million users, $1 a year. So simple math there suggests
it's going to take a long time for them to get their money back.
Well, and the thing
which
is,
they're not going for.
Yeah, and I don't think it was a revenue. I'm sure they have dollar signs are involved, obviously.
Right.
But
they said they're not going to throw ads on it, but how else are they going to monetize this?
I don't think, and I also don't think they're really going to mess with it much. I think, like they're taking a very conglomerate kind of stance. If you look at Instagram, for example, Instagram did start messing with ads, but for the most part, they didn't slap Facebook on it. They didn't completely integrate it into Facebook.
You know what, Nick? You can always throw an ad in the menu systems where you can't even see anything, so the ad's just generating in the background. You wouldn't even know that the ad is there. But I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
It's interesting. I mean, I wrote a post about it this week, and they have an international user base, which is something Facebook is very interested in. It's something they don't have.
Yeah, it's going to grow them that way.
Yes, and I also it's attractive to teenagers, which there's been a bunch of reports coming out that Facebook is going the way of the dinosaur.
Well, it's for mom and pops now to look at. Oh, you did well at school today. That's great.
Yes. So it was huge
try
news.
To grab the young user base.
Yeah, one of the biggest acquisitions, I think, in like
19 billion.
Yeah. Incredible. Congratulations to WhatsApp.
Yeah, good for them for holding out. Right,
yeah.
So what else do we got?
Let's go ahead and move on to Microsoft and their Cortana digital assistant. Now, this isn't exactly new news. There was announcements about it in September.
Okay.
But recently some leaks about Windows Phone 8.1 has come out, and I think it's kind of gotten at least some people in the tech world a little bit more excited about it. So it's named Cortana, which obviously is named after the AI in Halo.
Yeah, for the nerds out there. Everybody else has no clue what that's
which is also interesting because they also named their new operating system is codename something from Halo as well. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Do you think they like Halo?
I think they're trying to milk that Halo a little bit.
They should. The new game's coming too. So.
Yeah. So what it sounds like to me is that they're going to take the interaction and kind of the style of Siri, her kind of like AI persona, but they're going to have the contextual power of Google Now in one digital system. Which, for Windows Phone, you can be as excited as you want to be about
for the
Windows
users
Phone.
that have it.
Yeah. 8.1 does have a lot of features that will be. They're also going to have a swipe.
I'd like to see that juggernaut actually go after them and see if they can battle up against Google Now. Google Now's really good.
Yeah, I enjoy Google Now. I think.
So I mean, the name is terrible, but Cortana sounds so much better. It sounds so violent.
Yeah. I know you mentioned that you hope that they kind of give it a male voice too.
Yeah, I'd like to see both.
What would the male voice name be?
That's a good question. Not Bob.
not Bob. Something more original than that, hopefully.
Yeah, I guess it's just it feels like they're trying to go for the HAL 9000 without the evil.
Yeah.
Kind of
it could be fun.
And then that integrates into maybe everything that's the home automation that they've got going on.
And we'll see if obviously this cross pollinates with Xbox. and some of their other features.
It's definitely.
You know, the Xbox does have a good voice recognition.
Yeah, we were using it.
So
yesterday.
it'll be interesting to see if that bolsters that or what they're going to do. But
yeah, when I'm using the Xbox, I actually use Bing for the search, and I actually use my voice. So there's no typing. I just go search this, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So let's see what they do next.
And I think it's exciting. I'm excited. I don't own a Windows phone. I don't use a Windows phone. But from what I'm seeing from 8.1, I think Microsoft is actually taking some good steps in trying to address some of these
they're starting to
user
listen
issues.
to the users and going, I need my start bar. Yeah.
Right.
But we could keep going, but what else is in the news today?
Yeah, and well, you know, this week was a little light, but I think this last topic's a little fun. So over the past weekend, news got circulating about Twitch plays Pokemon. Now this is another news item that has made its rounds by now, but I just find this concept really fascinating. So basically, for those of you who don't know, Twitch Plays Pokemon is a live stream event on the popular video game streaming website Twitch.
Twitch.
Where basically what they've done is they set up Pokemon Red, the classic,
the old
Game Boy game, and users from around the world, I believe the last count was 80,000 or so.
80,000 people at the same time are playing the game. And what do we? There's only 5 controls.
Yeah, I mean, well, right now they have up, down, left, right, A, B, and then they just recently added an anarchy and democracy. So basically, like, if you vote democracy and it gets so many votes, in the last 20 seconds, it'll pick the most requested movement.
And you would think that this would just be complete chaos and nothing would happen. But how many badges did they win?
I think they've got about 4 or 5 now.
That's pretty awesome.
So they're making their way. It is quick to point out that they got those badges very early on when it was still ramping up in popularity.
Yeah, it's going to get more confusing as more users come on. But let's see how long the buzz stays and before it just goes, okay, it's just too much to you.
Yeah,
then
it'll go
double
back down.
the 80, you get to, that's going to be too crazy and it's just, nothing's going to move.
And then, like, it'll go back down and then I think we'll finish it out. What's fascinating about it to me is just the culture that surrounded it. There's memes, there's fan art.
Right, just jumped right on the
game.
bandwagon and said, okay, this is the popular thing. We're going to sit here until it's done. Because that's what our nerds world see.
I don't know. I just think I watch that thing constantly all day. I think it's
after you showed it to me, I kept it up because it was pretty funny.
I mean, and
they're still moving.
Yeah, and
I
think they're stuck like in the Team Rocket's lair for like a day, and so it's really
persistence.
Fun. Persistence. That's right. So we'll kind of see where that heads. I think it's kind of just like a weird kind of like tech thing that we probably will never see anything quite like it again. So
no, probably not.
Definitely check it out. It's on Twitch.
Yeah.
And next week we'll definitely Popular Mechanics be talking about the Mobile World Congress.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of new tech coming out next week. So this week was a little light, but next week, get ready for it. It's going to be big.
It's going to be big. So that's going to do it for us, and have a good week.